Hey guys, what's up? We're gonna stream the opening round of the third anniversary tournament. If you remember, we got a -12 in the pro bracket on the qualifying score, and then had a couple days off to kind of think about what we did. Went back and watched the video and made a couple adjustments, and hopefully we can at least add one more stroke to that. Maybe shoot somewhere in the 25, 26 under range, and move into the weekend round. So here we go. We're going to start off with hole number one. Hole one is the par three. We're going to play with the skee ball, just for the lower wind resistance. And then I'm going to play with a sniper shot, basically at the full max level for the sniper because we have a tailwind behind us. Hopefully we can find some opponents. Looks like we found one pretty simply here. I do have the setup over here. And we just gotta make sure we got our rock in there. Kind of reset everything. This is the 10% elevation adjustment. We're up first. It's gonna be 4.3, which is gonna be 4.7 on our adjustment. So we're gonna move this all the way up, put all the way right spin on it, put about 1 bar of top spin on it. And then we're just going to kind of move this right about there. And so we said 4.7, which is going to be right there. And we'll take our shot. I'm just going to put just a tiny bit of baby curl on it. And we hit the ball perfect. Should feed out to the right. Up the hill and then feed right back into the hole, and boom, hole in one. Look at that. What a start to the tournament. That is awesome. All right, so that's a good start to the tournament. -2 after the first hole, which is a par three, and I'm just gonna go in and open up a chest real quick. Hopefully we got some Desert Storm cards. Who's ever asked for Desert Storm cards? Not getting them. That's okay. We'll take the off-roader. Alright, so now we're going to play hole two. Hole two is going to be a katana shot. I really liked the distance I got last time. Playing this with an extra mile with a sniper club and the Grizzly. It just really seemed to work out well distance wise to be able to use the Grizzly on the shot to the hole. So I'm going to try it again with the katana. All right, let's see what happens here. All right, so we got a 6.5. We're going to use a katana, which is going to be 3.5 on the extra mile. I'm going to go full top and full right spin. We've already got a little bit of tailwind there. We basically want that. So that's going to be 3.5. It's going to be right there. And then we're going to push up all the way just to get the maximum distance. And then we're going to take our shot, put a little bit of curl on it. And we hit great right, but we should have enough distance to clear that bunker. Oh, we didn't, but that was lucky. And this should be now a Grizzly shot coming into the green. We only hit that 388. It was 393 on the drive the other day, so might be a little bit tighter, but that actually might help us out a little bit in terms of the adjustment phase, because I had to scale back on the slider just a little bit. So I made an adjustment to play a 5% downhill shot on this just because of the rough there. 7.3 is going to put us at 7.7 on the Grizzly. Hopefully the guy's going to get there. It looks like it is. So we're just going to adjust this with the 5%. I'm going to put it right at the hole. Just like that. And then 7.3 is going to be 7.7. That's 6. And then 7.7. Hit the ball perfect. Oh man, we're still off to the right. I might have under-adjusted just a little bit, but we will see if we can kind of tweak that as we get into the second half of this card or the weekend round. All right, so we birdied that hole. We're at -3, through 2 holes. Just got to open a couple chests real quick. And once again, we're looking for those Desert Storm cards. Not getting them. But we do have a pin chest open as well. Let's see if we got any kind of luck in this. That Viper's about to be maxed out. Backbone, take those cards. A couple of Razor cards. I didn't use Razor until I got to level 8 with it on my other account. So, all right, so we are on to hole number 3. We're going to use a Berserker, and we're going to go with the Big Dog and the Big Topper, and a Berserker ball. And let me put got our Big Topper. Oh, not the main account. Let's go here. So we got the Big Topper, we got the Big Dog. Not too concerned about the other clubs. We're going to play Power 5. It's going to be a 10% adjustment. And let's go. I really should call my bags bag 1, bag 2, bag 3, bag 4, but this overlay app has been awesome to not have to stare at another computer screen and make adjustments on the fly. It does all that for you. It's really nice. Alright, so our opponent hit a good shot, and we are up now, like I said, using the Big Topper. Like to get somewhere in the 420 range and see how that goes from there. 7-1 is our wind, so that's going to be 3.1 rings. And 3.1 is going to put us right there. And we're going to push it up all the way and take our shot. We hit the ball perfectly. I think we're going to get a little more distance on this one, which should hopefully put us somewhere in maybe the 420 range, 425. Got some good roll. And yeah, 425. So it's going to be 6 yards farther than we were last time. So I think I'm going to stick with the one top that I did last time. See if we can utilize that extra 6 yards. Alright, so this is also 10% elevation change. 7.3 is the wind. So 7.3 is going to put us at 4.3. So if I was to push up 4.3 rings, that puts our ball there. Yeah, I'm just going to go one top and 2 right. And I'm going to put just a little bit of curl on it. And wow, we hit great left. Hopefully we give us enough space. Does look like it. It might roll off the backside of the green, or it might stay up. Perfect. All right, so that should be a pretty solid eagle from there. Even with that great left, we still were able to hang on and not clip the rough there. All right, so we got an eagle there, and we're going to be -5 now through 3 holes, which is a great start to this opening round. And got a gold chest out of it, so that's pretty awesome. So -5 after 3. Just gonna go open the silver chest, look for those Desert Storm cards again. Oh, the dart is now maxed out. All right. So, hole 4, we're gonna play with the Kingmaker. This is gonna be a par 3 with a 15% adjustment. We're gonna play with the sniper ball. And I'm using the Kingmaker for the adjustment on the right spin, and then also just to have the distance. Doesn't hurt either that it will cut down the wind a little bit more than a wind 2 ball would. All right, so we're at first. The wind is 6.2. 15% is going to put us at 7.2. So we're basically going to, let's see if we can get here. Doesn't look like it. Not willing to try that shot yet. So we're going to go right here. And play 6.2 is 7.2. That's 6.2 and then 7.2. I'm going to put just a little bit of curl on it. That's going to bounce and turn. Be a really nice shot. So just a little bit more curl on it would have been right there. We definitely want to keep using that Kingmaker ball. I don't know that I'm going to go for the rough bump as the tournament goes on. It just seems like I've heard a lot of mixed reviews. This is probably the perfect wind for the rough bump. But if we can dial in that shot I just took, then from there, why take the risk of a rough bump shot? Alright, so we birdied that. We are now -6 through 4 holes. Looks like we've got a couple of people that are in a similar spot, but looking really good here. Alright, so hole 5. Hole 5 is going to be a par 4. We're going to play this a little differently. I watched the video again from the qualifier and wasn't really thrilled with it. So we're going to play with the rock and the sniper. And then from there, we're going to play with the Kingmaker ball. It's going to be 10% elevation change on the drive, and we're just trying to get over that first little ravine. and then from there use the sniper to rough bump it up from there. I'm not sure if it's going to work or not, but I think we're in a pretty good spot where we can try it out and then make some adjustments from that point. Alright, I take it back. We're actually not going to try to get over the water. Well, maybe we will. Let's see here. Yeah, it looks like we can. So let's go ahead and do that. Just play it right there. Go full power on it. It's going to get right over the water. It's probably actually going to set us up for more of a grizzly shot than a sniper shot, but we'll take a look and see. The key was I had to get over that water, or maybe be left with too long of a shot with the wood club. It was just something that I wasn't interested in trying out yet. Alright, so let's take a look and see what our yardage is at. We're at 5.6 is our wind, and I'm not going to play any elevation change. So we've got the grizzly. Problem is I don't have a lot of space to move the grizzly, nor do I have a lot of. Yeah, I'm not sure that I like that either. So let's back this out. We're going to play this at mid distance, actually min distance, kind of see how that works. So that's going to be 4.1, and we'll take our shot. Hit the ball great. Hopefully it'll get up and bounce straight up in the air, kind of land right there. So I haven't really dialed in what I want to do on this hole with the clubs that I've got. We need something with maybe with a little more topspin on a long iron, or we need to find a way to not go over the water and try to use the rough bump with the sniper. I think what I'll do on our back nine is try to play it with the rock shot not going past the water, and then from there trying to see if we can rough bump it onto the green. My other thought is maybe use a Saturn club like our opponent's doing to get the ball to stop. That's an option as well. Alright, so we knocked in our birdie. We are now -7 through 5 holes. And from there, we're going to move on now to a par 5. This is probably one of the most challenging par 5s. Although, I mean, anyway you look at, all these par 5s are pretty challenging compared to some of the other ones that we've had in holes before. And I keep getting those hammerhead clubs. That's crazy. So this is a shot that I did not take the shot this way during the qualifying round, but I've seen it played on some of the YouTube streams, and I've actually played it on my main account. And so I'm going to give it a shot with the Power 4 ball. But I had a sniper in here. Must be right here. I need to add a sniper. Yeah, not a sniper, guardian, excuse me. So we're going to add the guardian to that bag. And then we're going to play with the Power 4 ball, which is a UFC ball. I don't know that I have the guardian on any of my accounts yet. So just need to go fix this real quick. The guardian that we have is the 6. So we're gonna go there, pop in the 6 real quick. And then we go to our wind assist and we got the rock with the 6. Perfect. It's gonna be a 10% elevation change on the drive. And like I said, we're gonna switch over to the UFC ball. Which is a power 4 ball. Like I said, I've seen this shot played this way a lot. The one thing I don't know is that with the Guardian 6, do I have enough distance to be able to play it this way? If I have too much distance, I may actually go to the power 3 ball on the back 9. But since it's not the drive, I don't know until we actually play the shot. Alright, so that was our opponent's drive that just popped up on the screen there. And we're going to try this now. So 5.7 is the wind. And I'll put that right in there. It's 5.8. So we're going to move this 5.8. I'm going to put just a little bit of curl on it. Just to try to get it to move over just a slight smidge. And it looks like we hit it pretty well. Hopefully we hit it far enough to be able to use that Guardian to at least backspin the ball and keep it from going into the rough. Alright, so here we go. Let's see if the club gets it all the way there. It looks like it actually does get there. I don't think we have enough topspin to be able to get on, but I also think it might be a safer shot. So, yeah. Alright. So 4.7 at max is going to be 3.5. And let's see what happens. Wow, that gets through no problem. So it looks like we probably will rough bump going forward with that UFC ball. I have no problem being on that back fringe and chipping from there. It's actually a relatively easy chip with the rapier. I'll show you, I guess. I haven't shown any putts yet, but I'll show the chip after our opponent takes his shot with the boomerang. That's our opponent in his shot. Just missed with the boomerang. I don't highly recommend that club at all. You can see we've got a relatively short chip here, so we're just going to pull back. Wow, look at that. I mean, that's about as easy as they come. I think we'll scoot up just a smidge, go through the hole. You can see how the accuracy ball is smaller than the cup itself, so there's a lot of places that we could miss to still make it into that hole there. And that's with the rapier 5. So we'll take the eagle there. That's going to put us now at -9 through 6 holes, which is a great start. It's going to shoot us right up the leaderboard there, where it looks like we're up to 5th, even though there's people above us that have played a lot more matches than us so far. 1 or 2 people still in line with us as well. Let's open up this chest, look for those Desert Storm cards. Ooh, 6. I haven't seen 6 cards on a silver chest in a while. Looks like we maxed out the Viper. Got a Castaway card, a couple Rough Cutters, clubs we'll never use, and a Cassara as well. So let me just kind of the OCD makes you go upgrade these things. I'm gonna leave them the way they are just because I've got a plan. All right, hole 7. Hole 7, 20% downhill. I tried to play it with a power 3 Grizzly and it didn't work. So we're going to have to go with the, um, with the sniper ball. So we're going to play, or the sniper club, and we're going to go ahead and play. I'm actually going to go to the skee ball. Let me do my math here. Looks like I'm only using the skee ball twice, so I'll still have enough for the weekend round as well. So we're gonna go to the skee ball just to keep the wind down and get that extra side spin. So 20% downhill and a power 2 ball. Hopefully the wind will be nice and light. And looks like we're up first. So we got a 4.5 mile an hour wind. So that's going to put us at a mid distance of 4.8. I think I'm going to use a little more right spin just to be safe. We'll go 4.8. And we hit it perfect. It should bounce to the left pretty good. And we're a little bit short. So we just need to make that ball guide go a little higher up. And maybe a little bit more to the left and take it from there. I think also it might be more of a 60% slider, which would put us instead of a 4.8 at 4.9. So maybe that doesn't make that much of a difference, but something to consider next time, that we need to be a little more left and a little more long going forward. All right, so we birdied that hole. We're at minus 10 now through 7 holes. Hole 8's one of my favorite holes, only because I think I have a good plan, but I don't know for sure until you execute it. So I wrote down some notes to shoot for the +5 mark with a power 2 katana ball and try to get around 311 yards going forward. We need to play with the Hornet ball, which is right there. I don't mind not having the Guardian in there because we're not going to use the Guardian, and use a katana ball. And the shot's going to be a 10% downhill. Like I said, the katana ball, we're going to put as much right spin on it as possible, and also max curl it. And from the +5 mark, we should be in good range to be able to get to within Hornet range. If not, then we're going to have to go with the Grizzly. And I haven't really made any adjustments or played with that at all to know exactly what we need to do on that. Alright, so our opponent shoot their shot, and we are up. 7.5 is the wind, which I think is considerable compared to the last time. But like I said, we're going to go to the 5-yard mark, which is right there. And then 7.5 is going to be 7.3 this is considerable more wind. Huh, okay. So we're going to have to overpower this a little bit and then put a good amount of curl on it. And we hit great left, but I think we've got a good amount of curl to be able to stay out of the rough line. And we did not. So I've done it a couple of times where I've ended up in the rough. I'm going to have to go back and look at the video before the back nine and figure out why the wind was so different. Usually you'll see like 1 or 2 on the wind difference, but it could have been that I was using my main club rock account as opposed to this account on the notebook. I'm not sure. Since I talked all the way through his shot, we'll go ahead and keep the stream going, and I'll take my shot right here. So just in case, we are at kind of a little less than mid distance. I'm going to put about 3 balls of topspin on it and 6.9 at a 40% slider. It's going to put us at 1.2 on the adjustment. And we hit great left. I don't think that's going to be good, but that's okay. We'll take a birdie there. Like I said, it's one of my favorite holes, but for some reason that one didn't quite work out like I had thought it was going to. So I'll take a look at the tape on that real quick before we get to the back nine. All right, so we made our birdie there, and we are minus 11 now through 8 holes. And coming up to the long par 5 to end this opening 9. Wow, look at that. This guy is on fire. He albatrossed 6 and now has eagled 8. So he's definitely in a good position. Here's somebody that also went minus 13 on the front as well. So we definitely have some pretty stiff competition that we're up against. All right, so we're going to have to go back now and re-add the big dog to this bag. And then we're going to play this with a Berserker ball, which is a Power 5 ball. We don't need it for the... Excuse me, we're not going to play it with the Berserker. With a UFC ball. We don't need the power for the drive, but we do need the power when it comes to the second shot. So we're going to play with the rock and the big dog and, like I said, the UFC ball. In the qualifying round, I used the extra mile and tried to go over, went a little too far, didn't like it too much. So we're going to scratch that or abandon that shot and kind of play this a little bit differently. So we're going to play 2 backspin and 4 to the right. And then this is 5.5, which is going to be 5.6. I'm actually going to go just about 5.3. And then I'm going to use about 3/4 of a ball of spin there. I hit great right. This could be a problem. It is. We're going to go right into the water there. Holy cow. Well, that was not good. Sorry, guys. Now I gotta try a scramble to get a birdie. Well, the good news is we can probably still get a birdie here, which isn't gonna affect us too much. But we definitely don't want to put as much right curl on it as we did and hit that great right shot, or it'll probably do that same thing again. All right, let's try this again. So now we got 4.9, and it's going to be 5.0. We even put backspin on that shot, and it still didn't stop. Let's go down to 3 bars. And let's go to 5. And hopefully this will stop this time. Alright, so that one stopped. So from here, we've just got a big dog shot, and hopefully we'll get close. Who knows? Maybe we'll go in, we'll get an eagle, and we'll be happy as hell. But that was definitely not what we were hoping for. So we're going to have to try to improve it from there. Alright, so zero elevation change now. We got 4.9 for the wind, which is 2.5. So you can see here that we can max out. We're going to use 4 topspin and maybe just like a 1 ball of less spin and kind of put it right there. 2.5 is going to put us right here. And then we're going to push up. Now I'm not going to use full overpower, but I am going to overpower the shot. We hit great left, which is going to be okay. But we're still going to be a little short of the green. So maybe we do need to full top it to try to get down. This hole has definitely not turned out the way that I wanted it to. And hopefully we can make this chip in to salvage it. Alright, so I'm going to go full top. This really isn't going to work out too well. Wow. Alright, let's try this at 2 rings. Let's see what happens here. And we just missed it. So we're going to take a par on this par 5. All chances of being first in this went out the door, but we will regroup and come back strong in the second 9. Alright, so we're ready to start the back 9 here. That was pretty frustrating into the front 9, but we got a whole new set ahead of us. I think there's a couple shots that we can tweak and adjust and hopefully get some more drops. Love to get another hole in one here on this shot and kind of take it from there. So it's going to be a 10% elevation change. We're using the power 2 ball, which is the ski ball, and we're going to use the sniper. Hopefully we can find an opponent on the back 9 here. Alright, so our opponent's shot is wrapping up here, slowly rolling down to its final position. He's using a ski ball too, did a pretty similar shot. Hit it great though instead of perfect, and didn't quite get the results he wanted. So, ski ball, full right, one top. And we want to play it kind of just like so. And 4.9 is going to be 5.3. Right there. And then just a small amount of baby curl on it. And we hit it perfect. See what happens. Looks like a good shot. And it's rolling right down to the hole. And we just missed it. Just not quite enough curl, but we definitely got the roll. And that one top is what we needed. I really don't know how much curl I would adjust it on that, but we will take our birdie and move on. Alright, so we are minus 12 through 10 holes now. We're going to use the Katana ball here with the Extra Mile Club. If you notice, I haven't really used the Extra Mile too much on this tournament. It's not a club that I use a lot, and I'd rather take the accuracy over the Extra Mile distance. I'm going to play power 2 ball and go from there. Hopefully we'll find an opponent pretty quickly here. Alright, so same opponent as last time. Not that it matters to anybody. He's going to be up first, and we'll come back with our shot in a second. Alright, so we're going to play the shot with power 2 ball, 10% adjustment on the elevation change. And the wind 5.2 is going to put us at 2.8 rings. So full top, all the spin that we can. And we basically want the ball to be right about there. 5.2 is 2.8. I'm just going to go 3 just to be safe. And then we will push all the way up from there. And take our shot. And we hit great left. That might put us into the rough. We'll have to see if this turns at all. I don't think it's going to. Oh, just barely. We'll be safe. So it looks like we'll still get a grizzly shot. 388 is exactly what we got on the first 9. 393 is what we got last time, but 388 should put us in a good range to have a good chance to sink this shot. I think I'll probably go to a Kingmaker ball on the weekend round, provided we make it there, and try to sink the shot at that point. Alright, so we're going to play with the 5% elevation change like I did last time. I still think that's the right move. 5.7 is going to be the win, so that is going to be a 6.0 on the Grizzly. And, wow, looks like we're not going to be able to make it. Huh, okay. So, in that case, we're going to have to shorten this up and play with an abbreviated, so 6.4, and play this basically 6, And then we're going to put a good amount of spin on it. And hopefully this will stop. Just barely on the fairway. So we'll have to use a wedge to chip up from there. Man, this has not been the opening round that we were hoping for after those first 8 holes. Alright, so we're back for hole 3, and we're going to play this. This is that par 5. We're going to play this 10% elevation change, and we're going to use the big topper along with the big dog, and try to see if we can get on the green like we did last time and sink that equal putt. So 10% elevation change using the big topper with the big dog, and go from there. Alright, so our opponent's up first. So our opponent hit a good drive, 493 on his drive. That's way far down there. We got 8.4 for the wind. So 8.4 is going to put us at 3.6. And 3.6. We got a pretty good wind, so we're going to push this thing up. And put a little extra overpower on it. And we hit the ball perfect again. That's really nice when you hit the big topper perfect. That's a mighty good thing. So we landed a little short, but we did get a good amount of roll. And I think we're going to be probably right in that 419 range, 420. So that's going to put us somewhere in the almost 2 top spin for the big dog club here. All right, so we are up, and looks like we're right about where I thought we'd be. The 6.0 wind is a little light, so we're going to go 2 top. The 6.0 on the wind is 3.5. We're going almost, so I'm going to go about 3. Then we're going to take our shot. Wow, we hit the tree. And we went in the rough. That is absolutely crazy. We cannot catch a break on this. So we're going to probably take birdie here. Don't put curl in that shot. Alright, so we are now 14 under through 12 holes. Man, this guy's killing it. I think we looked at that already once. But we're still in a good spot, just not quite where I wanted to be right now. So we're going to go ahead and play this hole with Kingmaker and a 15% elevation change. And we're going to play it with the Sniper Club. So Kingmaker power 3. And we keep playing this guy. He's kicking our butt right now. Not by his own accord either. We're kind of doing it to ourselves. And that spot that he's lying in there is kind of right where we want to be as well. If I remember correctly, I used just a little bit of curl. I'm going to use a little more this time. See if we can't quite get it to get to the hole right there. So he put it in a safe spot. That's a kind of a bailout area if you need it. We're at 5.3 at max, which is going to be 6.2. So we're going to go right here. I'm going to go just inside the hole. That way I don't have to put any curl on it. And we'll go 6.2. And we'll take our shot. Hit it perfectly. And same problem, we didn't have any curl either. So it definitely seems like it's a shot that you need to curl, just to kind of give it that extra to turn right more than it is on the line. So we'll take our birdie here. Alright, so we are minus 15 through 13 holes. And I'm really going to try, now that we've kind of done a couple of weird things in this round, so I'm really going to try here to come up short and see if I can get there with the sniper. If not, then we'll just kind of adjust from there. But I really want to try that rough bump before we get into the back nine. So rock with the sniper, which is what we've got. 10% elevation for the drive, and we will see if we can, like I said, land short of the water, and then from there go ahead and use the sniper to get all the way up to that green with a rough bump. Alright, so 5.0 is the wind, 10% elevation is 4.9. So I think if I go up, and I think I just want to go over. I think what I'll do is this. Let's try this. So 4.9 going to be there. Then we're going to push up. I'm going to try this left side here and see what kind of bounces we get. Maybe a little bit more green to work with. If that doesn't work, I'll probably go to the extra mile and try to get up into that upper right area. But this just seems like a tricky hole for my club setup right now. That's what I don't do. I don't want to end up in that rough area. It just doesn't seem like a favorable thing. I'm going to call this a -5 elevation change and just see what happens. 5.9 is the wind. So looks like we are at mid distance. I'm just going to try to get the birdie here. So mid distance is going to be 4.9. I'm really going to go more to the side and go 4.9 and see if that will get me a little bit closer to the hole. Does a little bit. It'll still be a pretty easy birdie putt from there. But since I didn't like that setup, I'm going to have to try to do the extra mile overpower shot to get into that secondary rough area, or just consider taking a birdie every time. I really don't want to switch to, I guess I could probably switch to the Saturn, maybe try that from here on out. I'll write that down in my notes. Alright, so we've taken our shot there on 14, made the birdie, and we're up to 16 under. You can see we're we're in the thick of things, but we're also well behind in terms of holes played to some of these. So definitely need to try to keep pushing here. I love the way that this one worked out last time, so I'm gonna go ahead and keep playing it. I just need to switch up and put the. Well, we'll switch to the UFC ball, and then go over here and switch to the Guardian, like we did last time. I thought that was a perfect setup, and even had a chance if I would have really thought the ball was going to get to the hole to even shoot an albatross on that hole. Oh, look at that. We've got a gold chest to unlock. Got some backbone cards, that's good. Some rock cards, I wouldn't mind get that to level 7. And the good old Marlin. More boomerang cards, can't get rid of the boomerang cards. Alright, so Rock, Guardian, Power 4 ball. Let's rock and roll. 10% elevation change for the drive. You just switch this up to the Guardian. I don't normally buy free balls or pay balls on this account, but I had a good deal one time that came across. I needed the Power 4 balls for the tournament and decided to splurge on them, but I don't typically do that on this account. Alright, so our opponent just wrapped up with a nice shot. We're going to play completely different than he is. I'm going to go all the way over here, put the right spin on it. I don't even know if I really want to use any of that curl, but it would be nice to get down a little bit. So 5.4 is going to be 5.5. And then we're going to use just a touch of curl. It should feed nicely right to that same area that we were last time. Kind of stopped there. So I think that was a good shot, good placement. I don't remember what the yardage was last time, but I'd be happy with that shot every time. All right, so 5.9 is the wind. Looks like we're in a good spot here, right at the top. Looks like that might be the spot right there. So 5.9 is going to put us at 4.8 rings. Let's see if we can get close. We did, we got real close. Just missed. That's going to be one that's going to be luck every time, only because of the fact that I don't have a ball guide that goes through the hole. But if I can consistently hit that shot, then I'll be super happy with it. Alright, so we got the eagle there on that chip in. Puts us at minus 18 now. Still pretty good, pretty respectable area to be in. Just going to open up the silver chest real quick. Nothing good there. Alright, so we are moving on to hole 16, which is a par 3, 20% downhill. And we're going to play with the sniper ball. And the ski ball, power 2. Sniper club. I think I get my clubs and my balls sorted out here. 20% downhill, like I said, and we're gonna need to put that position for the ball past the hole and maybe like a square or so, and then let it kind of feed back in and see if that works out for us. We haven't got a first in a while. Just noticed that recently, or just thought about that recently. Alright, so full left spin. 4.3 is our wind. That's a nice wind. And we're going to go full left spin and then kind of scale it back. There we go. We're going to go just a smidge far. 4.3 is going to put us at 4.6. And we're going to take our shot. And we hit great right, so that's going to hurt us a little bit. But it's still going to come in really nicely. Man, too bad we hit great right. I think we had the right adjustment there. I'm going to go back into the videotape and write it down because I think that that's the one that we need to start using. Alright, so we got our birdie there. We're up to minus 19 with 2 holes left. Man, that's a bummer. So if we go 3 under, that's only going to put us at minus 22, 4 off of what I really wanted to be at. Let's hopefully we can get a drop here and maybe get up to minus 23. I still think that's going to be enough to be a qualifier, but we'll just have to kind of see. I don't know, do we have 100 people in this bracket yet? Looks like we do. So, I mean, some of these, like this guy shot minus 3 in his opening. This guy shot minus 3 in his opening and they got in, so I think we're going to be okay. So, this one right here. Alright, so I went back and looked at the video again of that last time. I'm going to play with the Kingmaker this time. And I'm going to play with that Rock Hornet situation. I think if they give us a higher wind, then we're going to need that little extra distance to be able to get down to the same landing spot that we wanted. Hopefully we can find an opponent. On the qualifying round, I only had a 5.6 wind with a wind resistance 2 ball, and that last time we had a 7.0, which is why we had to go into overpower. And then when we hit great left, it didn't go far enough to the right like we needed it to over that bunker. So I think by playing with the power 3 ball, we can go in a little bit deeper and get a little more right curl. And then also the power 3 ball is a wind resistance 3 ball with the Kingmaker, so that's going to help out as well to reduce the wind effect. And I'm going to go full right curl. I kind of laid off of it a little bit last time thinking I might not need it, but that's definitely something that's going to be needed. That shot right there that our opponent just hit is basically what we want to do. They went down 311. We want to get down to 303. They got down. We want to get down to about 311. So you can see here, 5.9 wind is nice. That's going to help out a little bit. So we're going to play with a 4-yard marker. 5.9 is going to be 5.8. Maybe go about 5.7. Go to 4.7 and then go one more ring. And then full right curl. And we still hit great left, but I think I've got enough on it this time to be able to overcome that with that extra curl that we put on it. You can see 313. And last time, like I said, I wanted to be at 311 for the Hornet shot. So we did it right this time. Let's see if we can get it to go into the cup this time. Alright, so first thing I'm going to do is figure out if we are at mid or max distance. It looks like we are pretty close to max distance. So 4.9 is going to be the elevation change. 4.9 is going to put us at 5.1. I think we've got enough here. Let's see if this goes in. Comes in really hot, that's for sure. Holy cow. Alright, so now we got a pretty long putt ahead of us. Learning a lot on this opening round that we will do and not do in the weekend round. So I made the birdie. I think without the undeveloped ball guide, we're going to scrap the rough bump shot on that going forward. I've heard rumors that you got to have a 3.8 ball guide in order to get full accuracy going into the hole. So like I said, I think we're just going to go ahead and scrap the rough bump going forward, but we can still play everything else that way and go from there. So this is a big dog shot. We played with the UFC ball last time. We're going to do it again. We're going to not, we're going to put backspin on the ball this time. Not the top spin that we did last time, or no spin that got us into the rough. I can't believe that happened again, but we'll overcome it and we'll keep moving forward from there. I didn't like how low we were on the playthrough, so I'm going to up that to 5 top, maybe even a smidge over 5. Just because of the fact that we can't chip from the top of the green, and there's a lot of green that the ball could slow down. And if we have to chip from the backside of the green, I'm okay with that. Alright, so 5.6 is our win. 10% elevation change is going to be 5.7. And we're going to go right spin, 3 back, and then put some curl on it. And so 5.7, I get a little more over here. And then put a little curl on it. And we hit great right. Let's hope that it doesn't do the same thing again. Looks like it's going to be okay. Perfect. So, a little scary. 310 is probably more than enough that's needed to make this next shot. Let's not have that scary situation again. Our opponent's got a tricky shot here. It's got the horizon. I'm not sure what he's planning on doing. I kind of almost would want a rough bump, like I think he might be doing. but he hit the ball perfectly. Hopefully it does exactly what he's looking for it to do, but it doesn't. It just kind of rolls out. Thought maybe he might get enough there. So we're going to play 0 elevation change, and 6.3 is our wind, which is a pretty good wind. So 6.3 is going to put us at 3.3. So I'm going to go up to 5 top, just a smidge over. And go 5.3. Excuse me, 3.3, right? Yeah, 3.3. And then we're going to push up. And then we're going to go just a little over power. This time we hit great right, which I think is actually a little bit better. Ball's sailing nicely. And it looks like it's going to maybe roll off the green or the back edge of the green. It's still a long putt, but I think I would take it over anything else. If anything, I think I learned that 5 is probably the right number and some right spin. So appreciate you guys watching today. And I'll fill you in just a second here if we made the eagle and what our final score was. All right, so we did eagle that hole. And so that's going to put us at minus 22 for the tournament in the opening round. It's not a score that's going to win the opening round, but I'd be hard pressed to believe that minus 22 with a minus 12 qualifying round is not going to get into the weekend. Right now we are in second place, but there's no doubt in my mind that we're going to get passed by a couple people at least. And from there, it's just going to be a matter of tweaking a couple things for the weekend and going from there. I can look at these scores that the people that have played, and there's a lot of them that are over par in terms of not birdieing every hole. So I think I'm still going to be somewhere in the top 15 or so, but definitely not to where I think I could be and where I want to be. So appreciate again you guys watching. Thanks for the time. Thanks for the support. And let me know if you have any questions. All right. Thanks.